Hello, spooky crew. Our tote bag drawing is officially closed, and we just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who entered. We are so grateful for the love and the support, and we have loved reading your reviews. Missed the tote? No worries. We're still sending out high-quality vinyl stickers while supplies last. Just email us proof of your rating and review along with your mailing address to thespookydarlings@gmail.com, and we'll get one headed your way. Quick promise, your address is only for mailing the sticker. No emails, no selling info, no funny business, just spooky gratitude. Thanks again for supporting the show. You are the reason we do this.
You are listening to the Spooky Darlings, where three sisters share all kinds of fun and funny things that excite us and thrill us. I'm Emily.
I'm Haley.
And I'm Nettie.
And today we are bringing you another one of our FUF episodes, which stands for Follow Up Friday. And this is where we bring you updates and news and just fun things from our lives. It's a bonus episode, so, lower your expectations or heighten them, just depending on how you feel about this kind of stuff.
Well, I've got an update with a case that I covered, I don't even know how long ago. Herb Baumeister. What episode
I think
number
it was
is
in
that?
November. I think we did it was either November or December, but I think it was November that we did Herb Baumeister. I'll tell you the episode number in a sec.
And maybe it was one of our Halloween episodes because it's a haunting as well. But the DNA profile of a victim has come to light, but not a clear identification. We do know that the victim's father is Jerome Clarence. He went by Jerry Harvey. He is the father of a victim of Baumeister known as Victim 12. The mother of the victim has not been identified, so that's why there is not clarification on who this person was. And so Jerry is a 6'5" man who worked in construction, lived in Indianapolis for the majority of his life. And Harvey may have run Fort Wayne furniture store in the early 1970s and was known to frequent New Albany. Jeff Jellison says, the problem with this case is in order to identify this individual, we have to know who the mother is. Jellison says an issue with the case indicates genetic evidence shows that his previous 4 wives may not be the mother of the unknown victim. The DNA, right?
Okay, so they definitely know who the father is.
Mm-hmm. The DNA profile of the victim says that he has pale skin, dark to auburn hair, and to submit information to the Hamilton County Coroner's Office, call 317-770-4415, or to make an anonymous tip, call Crime Stoppers of Central Indiana, 317-262-TIPS, or 317-262-8477.
And if you missed that episode, it was November 4th, episode 21, called Mannequins and Murder, Herb Baumeister and Fox Hollow Farms. And it's really interesting because murder, but also a haunting that was paired with it. So it's a great episode if you missed it.
And the ongoing mystery of Tony Goodyear.
Yes, Tony Goodyear. And the constant new discoveries of new victims because how many bone
over 10,000. And really, I think that the resurgence of this case is due to Jeff Jellison. He is very passionate in bringing closure to families, and I just really admire him.
Very nice. Good job. And you did a great job on that case.
Thank you.
Very proud of you.
You did great listening.
Thank you. I've got something to talk about. Okay. There was another crime committed where this lady got, she got charges pressed against her because she was unhappy at a Chipotle. She felt like the workers did not make her burrito bowl the way that she wanted. So she threw the burrito bowl in the face of the either manager or whoever, the fast food worker.
Those poor workers.
I know, it's so awful. So charges were pressed against her, and there was so clear this woman just completely overreacted. Completely unhinged. But what I love about it is that when it came time, she was found guilty. When it came time for sentencing, the judge is like, well, no matter what, you're going to have to spend 6 months in prison. And I will either sentence you, and I might be getting the numbers wrong because I'm just going from memory. I'll either sentence you to an additional 5 years in prison, or you can work at a fast food restaurant for a year, I think it was. And so she chose to work at a fast food restaurant for a year to have a lesser sentence. And because the judge felt like that was the best way for her to learn like compassion for these fast food workers and understanding. So hopefully this works. I thought that was great though, creative sentencing. Yeah. And I think that the that she got the okay, the judge got the okay from the person who had the burrito bowl thrown in their face that like, yeah, that actually would be the best thing. It's like, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Like as someone who has worked, like we all have worked at a gas station. I did waitressing for 8 years. And I just am like, I think everybody should have a required 3 months in some sort of customer service position. Like just to have a frame of reference of what people deal with in those jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. A little compassion never hurt anybody.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what do you got for us?
Okay. Well, I came upon this TikTok where this lady was like, okay, I saw a Reddit where somebody asked the question, like, what are the best podcast episodes of all time? And the top 3 that she said had the most hits were there were 3. One was a This American Life episode that I had already listened to and loved called Cars. And then another one that I had also listened to and loved from, do you guys remember the Mystery Show from like 2015? So this was over 10 years ago that it came out. It only had 1 season. It was super fun. There was an episode called Belt Buckle, and I had already listened to that, and I loved it. So I was like, okay, obviously the third one on this list is going to be a hit. And I was like the goofiest person. I was walking through the grocery store, doing my grocery shopping with just like the biggest grin on my face as I listened to this episode of a podcast called Reply All. That's the name of the podcast, and the episode was number 158. The Case of the Missing Hit. And it was just such a fun episode. Have you listened to it?
I did read this. No, but I read the blurb. I either read the Reddit article or I saw a TikTok about it. Or maybe
I sent you guys. I think I saw it. I think I saw the TikTok and sent it to you guys before I was like, okay, I've got to just listen to this episode. And I did. And I don't want to give much away. I want you guys to listen to it. It was just such a fun, wholesome episode. It's basically just like a guy who's trying to figure out a song that he remembers from the 90s and he can't find it online. He's just like, he knows so much like of the words and the rhythm and everything, the melody of this song, and he cannot find it. And it's just like the lengths that these people go to scratch that itch. They call it like an earworm. Like they have to try to find it. And it's just a treat. I totally recommend it. And that was my first time listening to Reply All. And I can see why it's up there in the top 3. All 3 of those podcast episodes are excellent and just a total joy. Not at all true crime or spooky, but definitely go listen. They're just fun.
I will listen. I want to listen to all 3 of those. I think I may have listened to Cars years ago, but I would give it a re-listen.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't heard either of them.
I do have a song that, okay, so this is the thing. I've done a similar thing, probably not to the depth of these people because I did not make a podcast about it and I've never solved the mystery. But years ago when Brett and I were first married and we were living in Salt Lake City and he was doing like his sort of singer-songwriter stuff, we went to like this singer-songwriter event up in Park City at this theater. And there was this girl that sang a song that she called Liverpool. And it was so beautiful that I only ever heard it once, just her singing it that one time. And it like parts of it have stuck in my head. And I've like Googled the phrases I remember. I've tried the thing where you like sing it into the phone to see if anyone can identify it. I can't find it. I don't know who the songwriter was. I don't know if she ever became anything. But it was like this really pretty melody. It was like, I know it won't be easy, the things you say. I could do something very strange. I remember that line. I know it won't be easy with the things you say, changing every day. I remember that line. And then, lover, lay your heart out. I've Liverpool in mind. And it was so beautiful. I remember those phrases. And I thought Emily was going, oh, it's so pretty. But she was pretending to be asleep.
Payback's a bitch.
No, I know. I just thought you thought it was what I was saying was beautiful. So it wasn't even the same. Because I thought you were going, oh. Just if we decide to keep this in the episode, in the last one we recorded, Emily was telling a fascinating story, but I just nodded off for a second. She thinks
We have all agreed that
Not
Nettie is
sure.
Nettie is the sleepiest bitch.
She does have narcolepsy.
well, not
basically.
diagnosed, but
You know what's kind of
Diagnosed.
exciting though about you
Narcolepsy.
singing the song is if we get like
Copyrighted.
a copyright cease and desist, we
I will
have found
stop.
your song.
I actually thought that. I was like, I probably shouldn't sing this because, who knows who owns the rights. But then I was like, but even if our whole podcast gets canceled for it, it will be worth it because I'll finally know who sang that song if she did more. Because it was so beautiful.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Thanks for
Well-
bringing that up, Emily.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. I'm going to take the next story. So I don't know if either of you have heard of I got this from the BBC.com. This Austrian climber found guilty after girlfriend froze to death on the mountain. He was charged of gross negligent manslaughter. His girlfriend, Kirsten G., froze to death last year on Austria's highest mountain, Grossglockner. I definitely said that wrong. In January of 2025, he got 5-month suspended sentence and a 9,600 euro fine penalty, which equals
A lot.
11,318 US dollars. A former girlfriend testified that Thomas P., he's unidentified due to court proceedings, had left her alone on a previous climb on the same mountain in 2023.
Yes, I did see that. And you can find his name.
I didn't even look for it.
It's on TikTok.
She said that she had started feeling dizzy. The end of her, she was at the end of her tether. She was feeling dizzy and her headlight had gone out. And she was crying and screaming when he suddenly disappeared, just walking away and leaving her behind. And there is suggestion that Kirsten fell, and Thomas, being exponentially a more experienced climber than her, like he should have never pushed her past what she could go. Like good climbers, good active companions when you're doing things like this, they do not try and push you past your limits.
And she was wearing improper boots. She was wearing like snowboarding boots or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he left her without any food, any water, any supplies. Like
Yes.
not even a warming blanket, even though she was freezing and ill.
Yes. And the prosecution also calls into question the lack of a distress call from Thomas, because when rescuers did receive a call, they said that Thomas did not let them know it was an emergency. And then Thomas scaled the summit and descended on the other side, leaving Kirsten behind. And webcam images show just his torchlit figure coming down from the summit.
Yes. So this made me so mad. So you see the mountain, like it's a triangle, right? And then you see the part where he left her. He goes to the top. It is dark now. And then he goes down a different part of the mountain. So he doesn't even retrace his steps to go back and try to find her. And you see his light coming down. And it was like that footage that they were like, he left her on purpose. And he's like, no, I was coming down the mountain to get help. But if he was going to get help, he wouldn't have tried to summit.
Yeah.
Like if he was like, actually, she needs help.
Yeah. There's something missing in this person. Like, and the case is
What a
subject to appeal.
jerk. Okay, but have you guys seen this trend on?
Yes, Emily. I know what you're
Okay,
talking about.
so-
Go ahead.
There's this thing. Women are talking about it, and there are even support groups about it, where men abandon their partners on hikes, and it's called alpine divorce. Basically, men just take women on aggressive hikes and leave them behind. And I've seen this trending on TikTok, I think probably because of this case that you're talking about.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And the word alpine divorce came from a book written in the 1800s about a man who took his wife on a hike and then he either tried to murder her
Oh my gosh.
up on the hike or push her off a cliff or just abandoned her. And that was like his way of getting rid of the wife. And so that's what, it was like a book written in the 1800s or a story.
Oh my
I
gosh.
feel like it was by someone named Robert. That's just coming to mind. I don't remember. That's all from.
Just stop murdering your spouses and get a flippin' divorce. Just break up with your girlfriend if you
Yes.
don't like her. Don't take her on a hike and kill her.
Speaking of murdering spouses,
Yes.
did you see that pastor? Okay, so he was like a youth pastor in his church. He had been on American Idol. And so you might remember a few weeks ago, there was like this woman was shot. And he's like, I don't know, someone shot my wife. I was in a different room with my kids and I heard the gunshot. And someone broke in and shot my wife. And they're like, where are your kids? He's like, they're in the other room. They're still asleep. And the 911 operator's like, I need you to go check on your kids. And he's like, oh, they're fine. I was just in the room with them. Anyways, it was very weird from the beginning because several times in the call, the 911 operator is like, go check on your kids. Because in his mind, he's telling them there's a shooter in the house. But he never goes and checks on his kids. So it's kind of the same thing as the au pair affair, where they thought it was really weird that he was comfortable leaving his 4-year-old daughter in the basement and never checking on her when his wife was being, attacked. Which, by the way, she ended up not getting. She got the very high au pair. Okay, au pair affair, real quick. Yeah. She got the highest sentence. She did a plea bargain. And thought that she would get a lower sentence, but they ended up giving her the highest possible sentence because they just feel like she was so complicit. She helped lure the guy there. She's actually the one that did the fatal shot for the guy. She helped create the profile and was like actively participating in this deceit and helped plan the murder. So
Yeah,
I was glad to hear that. But yeah, but so they realized that this pastor, was having some kind of relationship with the worship team song leader at church. And once again, instead of just like, let's get a divorce because I'm in love with someone else, or I don't even think in love is the right answer. Someone else has caught my eye and it's giving me feelings and they're so great. Like, let me murder you.
Gross.
Disgusting.
The things these, not just men, but because women too, like also recently, it was the woman in Utah who poisoned her husband with fentanyl and then is, I think right now, I think she just is either in trial right now or it might have just finished.
Is she the one that wrote the book about grief? Yes.
Yes.
So psycho.
That he was convinced that she was trying to kill him beforehand and had changed his will. Like, because I guess that it was like some kind of business where they had some kind of prenup where he was able to control his money and he had changed his will. So his family or just the kids or something got the money. And but she didn't know that. Like, he had not told her.
Gosh,
and so she thought she was going to get it all. Yeah, just move on.
Yeah.
Move on. Whatever it is you think that you're making easier, you're not. First of all, murder's wrong, but also you're not.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee you the affair guy right now is like, why didn't I just divorce her?
You called it affair, but you meant au pair affair.
Sure did, Emily. A pronunciation detective is what we have here.
Okay, this is not like international news. This is Pomeroy home news, which is me.
Always exciting.
Okay, so I had my floors redone a couple weeks ago, and I've had to have them come back and address a couple things. And then we had to, we put in new toilets and we were putting our bathtub back in the bathroom. There's just been this foul smell. We were trying so hard to figure out what was going on. We thought that maybe there was like something that wasn't sealed properly, or maybe like a P-trap that wasn't quite installed properly because it smelled like sewer gas. We had our plumber back 3 times and he was like, you guys, I don't know what to tell you. Guys, today we're not 100% sure, but we're like pretty sure that like a little small animal died in our walls. And it's not the sewage at all. It's just something gross and dead in our walls. And it is.
Can you tell where in the walls it might be?
I mean, we'd have to cut in to figure it out. The plumber was like, honestly, dude, just wait a week and it'll probably take care of itself.
A skeleton.
But I can't breathe in there. Like, literally, I like to run in and get even like a change of socks or underwear. I like take a deep breath and then run in and like hold my breath the whole time and run back out. I can't brush my teeth in my bathroom. I literally like will vomit.
Emily, what if it's a human body? What if the plumber hit a body in your walls?
Yeah, what if he's trying to frame you?
You know what? I'm really glad you reminded me that is a possibility because shit. Yeah, so that's been my fun little nightmare.
That sucks.
That is a not so fun nightmare at all.
I'm pretty sure Jason and I had a mouse, and it like a mouse die, and it was not, the scent was never so bad that like I couldn't stand it. Which is why I think it was a mouse, because but it was like a week of just like, what is this smell? Yeah.
And that is the title of this episode.
What is this
smell?
So feel for you, Emmy. I'm sorry.
Oh, thanks.
I am sorry too.
Super gross.
Can I tell you guys something exciting?
Yes.
Always.
I leave tonight. Catch a train. I'm taking the Empire Builder Line with my daughter, who's turning 20. So this is for her birthday. We're taking a 2-day train ride from Pasco, Washington to Chicago. And we are going to watch opening night of Hamilton in Chicago for their run. Because Lorelai, or my 20-year-old daughter, I don't think she'll care if I say her name. Lorelai's never seen it. She's always wanted to see it. And she's also always wanted to go on like a scenic train ride. So I decided to just combine the two. And I'm just so excited to have 2 days on a train. We got a private room. We went ahead and splurged because we'll, be needing to sleep. We have a shower this way. It's going to be quite lovely. And I'm just looking forward to like having time to sit and read a book, take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Try to read a book, fall asleep. Try to read a book, fall asleep. Like that's
so excited for you.
Yeah.
So fun. I hope you don't have any train murder mysteries to solve.
Oh no.
My gosh.
Which, guess what we both missed, Haley?
What?
And you missed it too, Emily, but that was like a long shot that you were going to make it.
Oh no.
We've missed the run of And Then There Were None.
Oh.
They just closed it last weekend.
Oh no, I meant to go.
Me too. Well, I totally meant to get tickets in January. And then I was like, wait, I don't know what weekend works best. And I don't know which kids want to go. So I'll wait. And then I got so caught up with the Opera House Youth, with the JTF competition. And then when I got back from JTF, it was like, when you get back from something or you just complete something that has occupied your entire life, you almost need like a week to decompress.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I got back from JTF and I was like, like for a week, I couldn't think about anything. Mm-hmm. I had to kind of recoup for a few days and like just clean my house and do laundry. And then all of a sudden I'm at a meeting at the Opera House, and they're like, oh, and our run of And Then There Were None is sold out, and it closes this weekend. And I was like, no, I needed to go. And I heard it was so good.
No.
Kevin Cahill, so many great people. Misty was in it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Liberty Odell
Oh.
was in it. Like
Liberty's
it had
great,
a great cast. Morgan, just like a great cast. And I just love those murder mystery plays. And I will just brag on my sister Haley here for a minute because last year they did, or the year before?
The year before, Murder on the Orient Express. It was so fun.
And Haley played, if you've seen the movie, it's this Michelle Pfeiffer character. Mm-hmm. But Haley played her
Minnesotan house mom.
Yes. So like Minnesotan. She had the best accent. She was
wig.
And very best wig. Mm-hmm. Red. We should totally find a picture of you. What we should do is we should find a picture of you in the wig from Snakes on a Train. Oh. Murder in the Orient Express. And then me in the wig because Ryan just finished my run of Anastasia. And then Haley's like, can I borrow that wig? Because she was starting her run of Murder on the Orient Express.
Was this at Eastern or was this at the Opera House?
At the Opera House. Oh. So the Opera House has their main stage where they do like their big musicals, and then they have the smaller stage called the Jewel where they do like their murder mysteries and like Agatha Christie and it's and Sweeney Todd. We actually did Sweeney Todd in the smaller stage too. But
it's a really fun space.
Yeah, it is so fun.
Yeah.
And Haley is so dynamic on stage. She just rocked that place so much.
Right back at you.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, I'm so bummed we missed it.
I know.
And when you said Murder on a Train, it made me realize that.
I can't believe you said Snakes on a Train.
That was great. Definitely leaving that in.
That would be a great.
That's
Listen, I hope you don't have murders on your train, and I hope you don't have snakes on your train.
But if you do, I hope you handle them like I believe it's Samuel L. Jackson in the movie Snakes on a Plane.
That
Definitely
is
Samuel L. Jackson.
What I love about it is about Samuel Jackson in that movie is like the interview I saw where they're like, so what got you to do this movie? How did they get you? He goes, oh, I just had to hear the title. The minute they said, hey, we've got a script. It's called Snakes on a Plane. He goes, I'm in. Yes, I want to do that movie.
What a treat.
I'm like, oh, is that all you have to do is have a really great name to get Samuel L. Jackson? I wonder if the Sharknado people even tried him.
Oh, if not, that was a mistake.
Yeah. Missed opportunity.
Anything? Anyone else? Anything else?
I've got just a funny little blurb.
But you want to end with your funny blurb, right?
Yeah, if we want to do that, yeah.
I've got this cool thing. This is not funny, nor is it spooky. But did you guys know that Harvard is offering free courses to anyone online? So it's so exciting. They're either for audit or you can pay for like a certification. So you can't actually get college credit for them, but you can basically sign up and take a course from a Harvard professor. There are so many available. So I decided to look and I'm signing up for one. I'm going to sign up today and I'm going to do the course on the train.
Is it cryptozoology?
No. Oh my gosh. I wish they had that. They don't. It is Prediction X, Omens, Oracles, and Prophecies. An overview of divination systems ranging from ancient Chinese bone burning to modern astrology.
Oh,
you're going to have to tell us everything.
I might even just do an episode on it. As I was like registering for it, I was like, maybe I'll just do an episode on it. But yes. I just sign up.
Our Harvard-educated sister.
Yes. And I'll probably buy a Harvard sweatshirt and start wearing it. So if people are like, did you go to Harvard? I'll be like, I go to Harvard right now.
You'll be like, I don't know what this brand is.
I'm literally enrolled in their free online classes that they've been offering.
Well, I'll just say I'm literally enrolled right now as a student.
Have you guys ever seen those TikToks from the guy who I think he goes around wearing a Harvard sweatshirt? And when people are like, oh, Harvard, and like try and be like, you went there too? He's like, yeah, it's a really cool brand, huh? I see a lot of people wearing this.
I have not seen those, but remember in a past episode when I tried to make the joke that we could do like an episode on cool clothing brands, and then I said, yeah, like because
Nirvana.
I think I did say like Nirvana because I had seen a TikTok where girls were getting asked like, oh, like they were wearing those shirts.
Yeah,
and
name
5 songs. And so the girls instead were just playing into it going, it's my favorite brand of clothing. So I was trying to like make a joke.
I love you.
On that.
Good job.
I think you're perfect.
And I just don't think it came through on that past episode.
Well, I think you're perfect.
And obviously I've thought about it several times.
It came through great. We loved it then. We love it now.
And we love you.
Here we go.
Haley, if you come across that Harvard sweatshirt guy, send it to the sister chat.
Of course I will. I would never keep something like that from you guys.
Any other updates on our past cases like that we've done in the past couple months?
I think we should comb through, and listeners, if you know of updates on any of our past episodes, email us at thespookydarlings@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We should, comb through them and check that out.
I just listened to the rewind episode of My Favorite Murder where they do the yogurt shop murders.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cool to listen to it because the rewind happened like right within the week, I think, where they solved the murders.
Wow.
And they were at a live show. And so they Karen got the message from someone. And it was like literally as it was breaking, as they're about to go on stage. And Karen, she was like, I didn't know how to tell Georgia because it had been her case. I didn't want to say it to her because I wanted her to feel like she discovered it. So I just showed her my phone screen. And then I watched her as she was going like, what are you showing me? And then she reads it. And then literally 5 minutes later, they got to go out on stage. I think they said they were in Salt Lake City and tell their entire audience that the yogurt shop murders had been solved.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that cool?
That's so cool.
That was the update.
That must have been so exciting.
Any you guys listening to any new podcasts, any new TV shows, any reading any books?
Oh, well, Emily, I did listen to your recommendation, the podcast Hoaxed.
Oh, yeah.
Covering the crazy case over in the UK. And ever since then, my or maybe it was right before I listened to that podcast, my TikTok feed has been filled with videos of the kids that they're talking about in the podcast Hoaxed. And so many people are like saying that Hampstead is like filled with a cult and pedophiles and like all of that stuff. And the dad is still so harassed to this day. And it's just kind of really devastating. Like, no, guys, this has been debunked, but so many people are just like seeing these clips of these little kids saying these horrible, horrible things and thinking that it's still true.
Well, they really are convincing. Because when I watched the clips of those kids, I was like, this doesn't sound coached. Like, it sounds like they're actually describing events that happened. Like, so, I mean, I get it. And especially, like, come to light with all these, like, new things in the Epstein files, it does, like, I can see why people would be like, so it was true. Like, they might have been like, oh, that's awful. Oh, it's been debunked.
Well, I think that's also why...
it was true. I'm sorry, Natalie's yelling for me. What? You go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think that's also why we should still be so, so careful. And the mom and the stepdad releasing these videos just, and the trauma that these kids now have been through. Yeah, just to put a button on the Hampstead thing. And like, of course, with all of the Epstein stuff happening, and there's just so much what's real, what's not real. I think that's why we have to be extra careful, like if things like this do happen, especially with the example of the San Antonio 4, we have to be so careful, especially if it's going to ruin someone's life. Like these kids and their dad, like their lives have been devastated because of the actions of the kid's mom and stepdad. And then the thought escaped me. But in the San Antonio 4, those 4 women, nearly 15 years of their life gone. Yeah, like behind bars.
How old are the kids from Hoaxed now? They would be.
I think they're at least in their teens.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah, and they're with their dad, and
because that one was oddly late for the Satanic Panic. It was like definitely felt tied to it, but it was for sure like almost 20 years after most of that stuff had died down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so crazy though, because the kids they said it with so much confidence. And I've watched kids, obviously I'm a parent of 4. You watch kids lie. And then they were saying it like with so little hesitation to Hoax. I believe I did listen to Hoax like several years ago. Or a few years ago.
Well, so the conclusion was that the kids eventually were like, okay, yeah, it was our stepdad coaching us and he hit us with the metal spoon, and that metal spoon had been incorporated into this accusation that turned out to be untrue. And the mom and the stepdad would sleep deprive the kids as they had the kids rehearse this story.
Well, and I obviously they figured out a way to do it, but I'm thinking like in other cases, like Balloon Boy, if you guys remember that one, where the dad had coached the kid to, say certain things. And so then when the police are questioning, the kid's like, I was hiding in the house, right, Dad? Is that what you told me to say? Kind of thing. It was like this. Where was I? My dad told me to say I was. I am telling the truth that I was in. It was
just
so
wiggling all over the place.
Clear he had been coached. And like with those kids, it was just like, it almost seemed, which this would go to them being coached like by the stepdad so well, but they would say things and like finish each other's sentences. And so it was like, and who would help you do this? Our Father. They'd say it like together. And it was very, so I guess what I meant by that is it's like, I can see why so many people were hesitant to dismiss it as a hoax, because they were believable.
Yeah.
Until you hear the whole context.
Well, and I think that's why it's still a story that's perpetuated today.
And it's probably gotten a little bit of rebirth with the with the Epstein files. Rebirth?
Oh, yeah.
Reanimation?
Surfaced in the news again.
Resurfaced. What did you say, Emily?
I said reignited, but you can cut that.
Reignited. No.
Reunited.
Perfect
not
timing.
Reignited.
Yeah, I know that. I know this, which is why I could sing it, because the words were wrong, and I'm pretty sure I sang the melody wrong too. Don't check it.
I think you're great.
I think you're great.
So that's what I listened to. That is that like really. I turned it on and I didn't stop listening until
Just was like that riveting.
Yeah.
Well, I already told you guys this, but I re-listened because our dad has been listening. Like our parents are listening to our episodes, and
Hey,
so
Mom and Dad.
they our dad has been like just talking to us about these Enfield haunting episodes. So I went back and re-listened to the Enfield haunting episode 1, and I got to say, it's such a fun episode. I loved it. I mean, it's scary, obviously, and it's about something very traumatic that happened to this family, but I love the way you told it. You did such a good job. Your voices. So,
Thank you.
listeners, if you have not heard the Enfield haunting episode, I believe, did I say it was episode 18 or 16?
Something like that. I think
I
16.
thought you said 16.
Yes. Haunted in part 1, and then part 2 is 17, obviously. But yeah, you just were so fun. And what I liked about it is I think that that was before, when we were just kind of getting our audio a little bit better. I think we were using our newer dynamic mics before we got these condenser mics, but our audio started to improve, but we were still, I think, using the Zoom audio. So there's a little bit, like a few glitches, but I actually think it sounded pretty darn good.
Well, you did a really good job of editing.
And you did a
all
good
of those
job.
episodes.
You did a good job of telling the story.
Thank
and
you.
if you want to hear some amazing sound effects by Emily, go tune in. A scroll and rolling.
No, just let him go listen.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I will not give it away. It was
Spoiler
not what I
alert,
just
Nettie. Gosh.
I'm not even convinced that was me that made that sound. I don't recall any of this.
It's also the one where we do knock 3 times because the demon knocks 3 times.
The poltergeist.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Poltergeist. Yeah. The rumble. The rumble ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Yeah.
what a fun episode.
So much
Yeah.
fun.
Well,
Anything else? Should I do this funny little blurb I found?
yes, do your funny blurb. I forgot about it.
Okay, so this is from NantucketCurrent.com. And how much cocaine is in Nantucket's sewage? Too much cocaine.
Oh! How much cocaine is too much cocaine?
Nantucket, Massachusetts had a remarkable fall and winter with unusual amounts of snow. Wink. Cocaine. Their sewage system has have had spikes of cocaine in October and December of 2025, 3 times the national average of cocaine. So,
oh my gosh, I wonder what caused it.
So wait a second.
who even knows?
Is the government testing sewage on the regular for cocaine levels?
Don't
Maybe
worry.
like
Emily, don't
where at
worry,
the,
not
like,
in
s-
Texas and not at your house.
Maybe
No,
it's
I'm
sewage
not worried
treatment
about it. I'm
plants.
just curious.
Maybe there's just like testing for like, what do the American people consume? And in Nantucket, it's cocaine.
Oh man.
Wow.
So there's not much more to this story, but I did find on Reddit from Redditor Silent R, and I got their permission. They wrote a funny little,
Good job.
what do you call this? Like a funny little
Blurb?
rhyme. And so they go,
Oh, a
They're-
limerick. A limerick.
limerick. Thank you.
I only know because it has the word Nantucket. Mm-hmm. Okay.
There once was a lot of cocaine that rich people shat down the drain, from Peruvian forests to the noses of tourists. Now their sewage is all that remains.
I was so surprised that someone from talking about Nantucket would not start their limerick with "there once was some sewage in Nantucket."
That would have been fun. That would have been great. They had a missed opportunity there, but
No, that was good. I loved
I
their
loved it.
I
So,
loved their limerick.
and that's it.
Thanks for listening. Once again, we are the Spooky Darlings. Our email, if you would like to send us any of your scary stories or spooky stories, or, like whatever, anything interesting, is thespookydarlings@gmail.com.
Cocaine stories? Question mark?
Yeah, we'll take them. thespookydarlings@gmail.com. And if you want to peruse our merch, it is thespookydarlings.printful.me. Oh, and I wanted to say just like a quick shout out to the Darkly Speaking podcast for sending me such a beautiful sticker. I wrote a nice review, listened to a couple of their episodes. There was a Christmas episode. And so I wrote her a nice review, and she sent me such a lovely sticker and a handwritten note to all of us, to the Spooky Darlings. Please take a moment, write us a review, give us a rating. We love a 5-star rating. We appreciate it. And we will see you on Tuesday. See you on Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye. 5 stars.
Before we disappear into the shadows, don't forget, we're still sending out vinyl stickers. Leave us a rating and review and email us proof to thespookydarlings@gmail.com, along with your mailing address, and we'll send you some spooky snail mail while supplies last. And if your heart is still mourning that tote bag, may we gently tempt your way toward our merch store at thespookydarlings.printful.me. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Thanks for listening. And as always, stay spooky.